Tanya Terrell.
Roz, thank you. Breaking overnight, a Chicago police officer was hurt during a traffic stop on the south side in the 9800 block of South Wallace. Police say the driver took off, hit the officer, and then fled to 76th and Low, where he hit a squad car. The driver and passenger took off, trying to run away, but were later captured. We're also told that a weapon was recovered. The injured officer is in good condition.
431, want to get you an update on the Chicago police sergeant who was shot in the wrist while trying to arrest a murder suspect. And then after being shot, he actually helped to arrest the suspect. Chicago's mayor calls it heroic. Diane Patthew is alive at Stroger Hospital this morning. Diane, the officer is recovering there.
It's definitely a wild story, Terrell. Yes, he is recovering. He is expected to be released from the hospital today. He was shot in the wrist, but that did not stop an undercover Chicago police officer from pursuing a murder suspect. The officer witnessed someone shoot and kill a 26-year-old man on the street on the west side yesterday afternoon. The undercover officer started to follow that suspect, who was in a white pickup. When the driver realized he was being followed, he got out of the pickup truck, pointed a gun at the police officer's vehicle, fired multiple rounds, hitting the officer in the wrist. Now, while en route to the hospital, the injured officer actually spotted that pickup truck and insisted the pursuit continue.
The officers driving the transporting vehicle asked the injured officer, who at this point had been shot, did he still want to go directly to the hospital, or should they apprehend the offender? He elected that they should apprehend the offender.
The suspect's vehicle crashed on Congress and Damon. Police took 2 people into custody. The 26-year-old man shot on the street was pronounced dead here at Stroger Hospital. The injured officer, who has, by the way, been with the Chicago Police Department for more than 20 years, is expected to make a full recovery and be released today. Charges should come down later today on that suspect. Reporting live at Stroger Hospital, Diane Patthew, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Diane, thank you. Sources tell the ABC 7i team Chicago police have made an arrest in the Diamond Turner case. The 21-year-old Chicago woman was found dead in a trash can in an alley nearly 3 years ago. We are not yet naming that person who has been arrested because at last word, no charges had yet been filed. A mom and dad have been charged in connection with their baby shooting on Chicago's north side. Travis McCoy and Adriana Smith face several charges, including child endangerment. Police say they were arguing over a gun in the Uptown neighborhood when that firearm went off, hitting the boy on Monday night. At last word, he was still in the hospital.
Right now, the death toll from the coronavirus is at 170 in China. Here in the U.S., the CDC says that the risk to Americans is low. Kate Cogiran is tracking this.
Good morning. Yesterday, the CDC and the DuPage County Health Department gave an update on the cases both abroad and here at home. Their main message to the public is not to panic, but they admit there may be more cases to come.
Health officials with DuPage County say the people who may have been exposed to the Chicago woman diagnosed with the virus so far have not shown any symptoms.
I want to assure you all, though, that we take any outbreak of an infectious disease seriously.
The Chicago woman is so far the only confirmed case in Illinois, but health officials say that number may rise.
We expect there may be more cases and more individuals to follow up with in the coming weeks.
The plane carrying 195 Americans traveling from the virus hot zone in China is now back in the U.S.
In Anchorage, I asked the first customs guy I saw, where's the nearest U.S. soil I could kiss?
Crews met the passengers wearing protective white suits, and some of those passengers wore face masks. Officials say all were tested for the virus twice in China, twice in Alaska where the plane refueled, and again when they landed in March Air Force Base in Southern California. In the meantime, there are still some 800 Americans believed to be still trapped in Wuhan, China, who just want to come home.
As for a possible case in Porter County, Indiana, test results there are still pending. The Indiana State Department of Health says so far no cases have been confirmed, and health officials reminding the public that the risk to people here is low. In the media center, Kate Cogiran, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Delta and American Airlines have joined United in